Wait 1 second, making sure I'm recording. I should be recording now. Okay, hello and welcome back to Random Days Random Games. In today's episode, we're once again playing VTuber Connect. Last episode, I left you off on another cliffhanger. I left you off on one before that, and then another one before that. So it's a lot of cliffhangers. I do apologise. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just scratching my hand there before we get started. You ever get like an itchy bit and it's always like super annoying? Oh, now it's up my arm. Sorry about that. Okay, well, we're gonna jump right into it. So, last episode we left off after our sister Yokini came and appeared. You know what? It's better explained last episode than the episode before that if you haven't watched that episode. So this entire time I've been talking to Ka. I've been unknowingly pushing my identity of Mana without knowing it was hurting her. She said, doesn't blame people for doing that. You know what, I'm gonna take a drink of water. I normally use this water bottle for my plants. I have like a little bonsai tree and I have a flower that has lost all of its flowers but still alive. It's lasting throughout winter. Probably because, you know, my body heat in my room really heats up my room. You ever have like, you know back in the day, you know foxholes, you know how they were so good, you know, with being such small areas, and with your body heat it would just warm up the foxhole. It kinda is like that, but that's what's been keeping my, what do you call it, plants alive in the very harsh winter. It is a quite cold winter this year. But as I say, you know, seasons always change, whether that be the smallest thing that even scientists might not even see. Oh, I accidentally misplaced there. Misclicked there. That's what I should have said. She said she doesn't blame people for doing it. Of course people are going to think of Mana as someone who's strong, happy, beautiful. That's the identity that she was striving for and showing on stream. But the problem is that Ka believes that's just the side that she shows on stream. But she isn't like that in person. Honestly, she's amazing. Even as Ka, to be able to do the things she does require her to be a strong person. What is her perception of being strong, even? Nobody's flawless. Is it even right for me to say that she's been too hard on herself? I've only scratched the surface of what she's thinking. I don't think I have to completely understand her, to know that she shouldn't blame herself for a lot of how she feels. It's like Yukini said, it's inevitable that she'll hurt people, but I don't believe she's hurt people as much as she thinks she has. We'll see. Well, I can't say anything specific about her past experiences. But at least with me, she shouldn't be torn up about what she said, or about evolving me. Double checking I'm recording. Let's see. And what can I even do about the problems she faces as a VTuber? I have no experiences with that. No, that's the wrong way to think. I shouldn't just think of her as someone that I need to save. I want to help and be there for her, but I can't just be someone who swoops in and solves all of her problems. There's too much to think about. Let's start with the big picture. What am I seeking? I want to continue being involved with Ka and still want to be in her life. I don't know if the reverse is the same, but I guess I'll have to hear it from her after I say what I need to say. But I don't want a relationship where we have to keep skirting around each other about burdening the other. I want both of us to be able to rely on each other, even if we still feel bad about burdening the other. I want us to be able to do it, which isn't going to be a sudden change. I've got to say, the character has grown a lot. Like, in the last episode to now, they've really grown a lot with talking to Yukini. Like, I feel like it's what they needed. A talk. To get their ramblings out their head. Okay. Both of us don't feel too good about burdening others. I know there's a lot that I still don't know about Kana. And I know that I have yet to understand her, but I want to understand her. I know it's conceited, but I want to be involved with her, even if it means she'll have to burden me when I don't even fully understand her. I know we will struggle. I know we'll be misunderstood. Misunderstood each other. I know we'll probably always be looking for the right answers, but I want to be involved anyway. Gosh, it actually sounds so conceited, which I express it like that. Is it really okay to have a selfish wish like this? Yukini would be smacking me if she knew I was thinking like that. Before I make that kind of selfish request, I think I need to come to terms with my own feelings first. Even now, I'm still head over heels for Kana, and I feel guilty about those feelings, not because of Kana as a person, but because they are for the wrong reason. Those feelings came about when I figured out Kana was mana. All it took was to have the thought of, I have a chance, with someone who I see as valuable to instantly start becoming infatuated. Honestly, it could probably happen to any big VTuber. Don't usually have strong feelings towards most people I watch, but there's always a thought in the back of my mind that it's nice if I could be involved with this person. If the chance to become someone special to them suddenly appeared, then I think I would end up becoming obsessed just because I just want to get validation from that. It really is unhealthy mindset, and it happens so easily. So infatuation didn't come about because of love, but because of my own desire for validation. That shouldn't be how a relationship develops. Quite right. But I can't say for sure that a part of my feelings wasn't already from what I felt about Kana before finding out. It wasn't obvious, wasn't a obsession, but it was a warm comfort. I liked being with her. I wanted to know more about her. My feelings are just a jumbled mess right now, so I can't say exactly how I feel. I can't stop myself from feeling this way either, even if I know it's for the wrong reason. The headache doesn't go away. And feeling this way just makes me guiltier that I shouldn't feel this way, but I do. Maybe that's a curse I'll have to live with for the time being, for being so self-centered. My question is, that I've been thinking about for a second there, is, when, at the end of this, right, will she miss her anniversary? That's my question. Because, they're gotta be talking and talking, and all that. And then she's gotta abandon her anniversary stream for this guy. But that's just something that I thought of. Might not even happen because, I think I know where this is going, and then, it goes a different direction. Kinda like a train. One goes that way, one goes that way. But you think it's going that way, but it's not going that way because the tracks shift. It's weird, that's how life goes. We'll see. Maybe that's a curse I have to live with for the time being, for being so self-centered. Isn't that a reason I should be distancing myself from her. That I'm only going to naturally gravitate towards her and try to gain her favour because I'm always going to want her attention. Do I have any right to try and reach out when I know that this relationship will partly be built on my own insecurities? Even before I found out that she was Mana, didn't I just interact with her mainly because I was lonely? Is this really okay? If I was transparent about everything and she was okay with it, would that make it okay? Isn't that just pushing my own expectations and selfish wishes onto her? Is it even possible for me to form a relationship with her without these selfish motives? Isn't that what I was trying to avoid when I entered college? I was a hypocrite all along. No, I shouldn't think like that. I have to accept that it's inevitable that I'll have those thoughts and feelings if I interact with her. The best I can do is be aware of the inevitable. You know, sometimes I can speak and then sometimes I just can't speak. Inevitability. That's the best I'm gonna say it right now. It's always like the one words that I just cannot pronounce after a little bit. And try to not let it control my actions. I think I'll have to figure out some more as time passes. Some more of it as time passes. Next is Kat. What she thinks. How can I even help her with her depression and mindset? I haven't even gotten over my own self-hate. I can't just tell her to love herself more. No matter what I tell her, she isn't just going to suddenly shift her mindset. All I can do is tell the value she has to me and try to support her. Again, I'm just feeling self-important by thinking that. But even if I might not offer much, I still want to do what I can. This is all assuming, of course, that she would even want to continue involving me with herself, her life. That's it. I don't blame her if that isn't the case. We can't go back to how we were before. I have no idea what our relationship is going to be like if we started interacting again. I take a deep breath, followed by letting out a big sigh. I don't have all the answers, but I think I know what to do now. I pull out my phone to look at the time. It's almost midnight. Your phone's still intact? That thing went flying! How's that thing still intact? Last episode you threw it across the room, huh? Let's see. It's almost midnight. I'm worried about Ka, and I shouldn't put this off. Is she still awake? I pull out my phone and stare at Ka's contact. Is it too soon? The longer I wait, the less of a chance there is. I can feel my hand shaking. Oh no, I take a deep breath and force myself to press the call button. But she's gotta be on mute, isn't it? Every consecutive ring goes on for what feels like an eternity. The pressure I feel at the moment is enough to impede my breathing. Just when I feel that I would reach her voicemail, I hear the brief cut of the ring to indicate that the call has been picked up. I can't hear. Girl? Why? Her voice is weak, like it could fade away at any moment. Can we meet? I know it's late. I know you said we wouldn't be involved with each other anymore. But there are some things I have to say. If after you hear me out and still want to cut ties, then I'm fine with that. I know it's a selfish request, but please. There's only silence, my heart beating so fast that I'm sure Ka can hear it through the phone. Come to the beach. Oh, okay, thanks. I hear the call hang up right after I thank her. I immediately collapse on my bed, in a sigh of relief. But what time does he go to the beach? Does he go to the beach right now? Or does he go in the morning? Or does he go in the afternoon? Or at night time? The next night? Maybe it's next week, who knows? I'm just joking around. After taking another deep breath, I dash to my bathroom to splash some water on my face and then head out of my apartment. Oh no, it's all coming together. I find myself back at the same spot where I had been earlier today. Had it even been a day, but it feels like it's been weeks since I had last met Ka here. I look around to see any signs of her. It's dark, but I'm able to see that Ka isn't here yet. I raise my head to look up at the starry sky. Well, it's too late now to be thinking if this is okay. I'm also not confident at all in my ability to get my thoughts across. If it doesn't end up working out, then I guess that's just how it has to be. I shouldn't keep thinking negatively. Can't draw any conclusions without seeing what she thinks. The sky really is beautiful tonight, isn't it? I wonder if this is why Ka chose her VTuber theme to be a sky. Oh, Orion Belt. Is that the Orion Belt? It looks like it, doesn't it? Imagine that's the reason. She did seem to like the spot. Maybe she saw the same sky and decided to become mana. Or maybe. Well, if you think about it, mana is magic. Like, you know, how much magic charge you have. Or maybe I'm just being romantic because of this sight. The sounds of footsteps interrupt my thoughts. I turn around to see Ka walking towards me. She looks even worse than before. Hey. Thanks for granting this selfish request of mine. Honestly, I can't say that what I'm going to say is going to come out coherent or make any sense. You know, I really wish I was the protagonist of some anime or dating simulator, like the ones that know exactly what to say, magically fix everything and change anyone's viewpoint. But I'm only me. I don't have very many answers for you. Can't magically solve your problems. I'm not going to pretend like I can say anything that will convince you to suddenly be happy with yourself and your situation. I can't even begin to imagine what you're going through or have been through in your life. Even if I spend the rest of my life trying, I might not fully understand. But I want to try, despite the inevitable struggle. I know that sounds conceited, but I want to try. Why even try to understand someone like me? Is it because I'm mana? I would be lying if I said that wasn't part of it. To be honest, I fell into a complete obsession with you after finding out. It was because of my own desire for validation and self-worth. I actually completely hate myself for the fact that happened. You might be disgusted at that. I wouldn't blame you. I wouldn't blame you if you started thinking that I am only interacting with you because you're this super popular VTuber. But that's just me. That desire for self-worth is just a part of who I am. I'm absolutely detest that part of myself. I was about to say detest. I don't think that's how it's said. I always mess up with certain words. I want to be able to say that I want to be with you for you, and not to feel like I'm worth something just because I'm with someone who's valued. But looking at myself, I can't say that, and know that asking you to accept that might be the most selfish request ever. All I can really say, I want to keep being with you. I don't want to just be with Mana or Ka. I want to be with you, who's both Mana and Ka. What are you saying? You I already said that I only interacted with you for my own personal gain. That could be very well be the case, but I think that's okay. It's not like I had great intentions either. I think one of the main reasons I kept interacting with you is because I was lonely. I just really wanted someone that I could feel like I could connect with. I really did enjoy, also VTuber Connect, enjoy the time with you and admire you, but how much of those feelings can I say are just out of desperation? I know that doesn't sound reassuring, but I don't know myself well enough to fully understand. Oh, fly still in my face there. Fully understand these feelings. Also, I'm just looking at the little boxes there. I was trying to figure out what they were for a second. I can really only say that despite all this uncertainty, I still want to be with you. You already seen what kind of person I am. All I do is hurt people. You just end up being hurt. How are you even going to put up with someone like me? I think that goes both ways. There's no way that we won't end up hurting each other at times, even if we don't mean it. Yeah, I'm wondering what these buttons do, because these buttons have been here for ages, like favorite, settings, and then there's this bit. Okay, wait. I know this is like the big ending, right? I'm gonna make a save. I'm gonna click this button to see. It is. I could have checked so many different stuff that I accidentally clicked by. Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel a little bit, stupid. It'd probably be painful at times, but I still want us to be involved with each other. Anyway, I don't even know if this will be the case, but I want to believe that the happy times we create will make it all worth it. Ah yes, taking your sister's words and making it your own, because they're good words. I don't want to be hurt, and even worse, I don't want you to hurt you, but I also feel joy and warmth from being with you. I want a relationship where we can accept that we'll get hurt, where we will struggle, feel lost, and likely always be looking for the right answers. But I want us to be able to do that together in a relationship where we burden each other. We probably won't feel good about burdening another, but I still want us to be able to do that anyway. What? Are you trying? What are you even saying? That won't be even a relationship. I'll just be the one burden on you the entire time. I'm a furrow, messed up person. I'm weak. I hate myself. I'm mean. I easily lash out. Always think about things negatively. Always feel lonely. I'm never satisfied with how I am. And you said so yourself, that there's so much that you don't understand. How does it make any sense to want to be with someone you don't even know? Are you stupid? I guess I am. Truly believe from the bottom of my heart that you're a wonderful person in many ways, and I'm pretty messed up person myself. You're really not. How can you blame yourself for what you felt? You couldn't help it. Meanwhile, look at me. I only have myself to blame. That isn't true. We can probably go back and forth all night at this rate. I can clear my throat and take a deep breath. And I'm gonna take a drink of water because my throat is singing after all this speaking. I'm recording like a bunch of these videos one after the other. Does not help your throat. I'm sorry, my plants. I had to take your water. It's the only one that I had. I used up my last of my water bottle and I needed to refill it, but I'm drinking my plant's water. It's clean water. Yeah, let's see. It's just a water bottle. I clear my throat and take a deep breath. Though I may not offer much, a unreliable, selfish person I may be. It sounded like Yoda there. Please allow me to be involved with your life. How do you know that you won't just leave me once you get over your infatuation and realize what kind of person I am? I mean, look at me. Just the fact that I am saying that is so terrible. No, that's okay. The only thing I can really do to alleviate that doubt. I can normally say that word normally, alleviate. I think that's how you say it, alleviate. Sounds like I'm trying to say, some Russian word. Alleviate. 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 That's it. Yeah, I was saying it okay there for a little bit. That doubt is tell you that I want to be involved with you, including all the good and bad. Also, the reason why I was struggling with this word is because I've never seen it properly spelled before. A lot of these words that I've never seen spelled properly, you never actually think about it. You say it a bunch, but you don't think about how it's spelled. You think it's spelled this way and then it's spelled another way. It's like when people, say GIF or GIF. If you think about it, it's after a gift because it's a gift of an image to someone. But people like to say GIF or GIF. But both ways are technically right, so there's nothing wrong with it. I want to be able to guarantee that I won't just change my mind because of this infatuation. But the truth is that I don't fully understand myself. I can only ask you to trust me. What kind of relationship is that? You're just okay with me doubting you? I'm sure you have your own doubts about me. You're just okay with doubting each other. Yes? What? I don't think we can really avoid that doubt. The only way would be to be able to come to a full understanding of each other, which I don't think is possible. But I want us to be involved anyway. I'm weak, ugly, and a broken person. You're okay with that? Yes. You're going to end up getting hurt by being involved with me. You're okay with that? Yes. You're going to end up being burdened with all of my baggage. You're going to end up being burdened like, I'm going to say it, hell. You okay with that? It's nice seeing the story all come together. Sorry, I just wanted to take a second, think back to the story that we've seen grow for ages. Yes, and you're willing to do all that despite knowing that you don't fully understand me. This feels like every relationship. You don't fully understand the person, but you're willing to learn. Fully understand me? Yes. Cass stares at me for a few seconds, and then she starts walking towards me. She stops once she's right in front of me, looking directly into my eyes. My social anxiety is telling me to look away, but another part of me is telling me that if I look away now, my resolve would have been for nothing. Would you be willing to accept me, even after knowing everything about me? There's a firm determination in Kat's eyes that I haven't seen before. She knows that she's asking an unreasonable, selfish question. But I can tell how important this question is to her. Yes. Kat's expression calms, and she stares at me for a few seconds. Then, I see her break a smile. You really are an idiot, aren't you? You were right. None of what you just said makes any sense. Do you just secretly want to get hurt? Are you a masochist? A sense of relief washes over me. 2 see a glimpse of Kaz's old self return? I guess I am. That's what you'll be signing up for. Well, they are a lot worse things you could be. You could be a guy who just voluntarily signed up to be involved with me. Why? Do I have news for you? We both managed to laugh, albeit weak, albeit a bit weekly. A bit weekly, I think that's what it is. It's well past midnight at this point. The events of today likely have Ka just as tired as I am. I guess I have no choice but to accept your request, when you put it that way. But before I feel like we can move forward, I need you to listen to my own selfish request. Can you come over to my place tomorrow and listen to what I have to say? I'll tell you. My mindset leading up to becoming a VTuber and all my experiences as Mana until now. You said you would be willing to accept me even after knowing everything about me. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you everything. Is she actually going to tell me everything? Please tell me. Thanks. It's probably going to take a while, and it's not exactly a pleasant topic. But I've decided to trust you. This is actually pretty good. Sorry, I just wanted to say that. I quite enjoyed this game so far. I don't feel like I can move forward without involving you, without you knowing. I understand. Thanks for putting your trust in me. I'll message you tomorrow to come over once I'm ready. With that, I'm going to head back to bed back now. I'm absolutely exhausted, more so than usual I usually am. Let me walk you home. It's pretty late. Oh, being a gentleman, aren't we? It's not that far. I'll be fine. I got here just fine, didn't I? I didn't take that into account when I asked her to walk here. I don't really want to be pushy about it if she doesn't want to, but it also doesn't really feel right to just leave her to walk home by herself. Ka watches as I quietly contemplate to myself. You know, I'll take you up on that offer. Shoot, I must have been showing how conflicted I was. But I guess it works. Thanks. Shouldn't I be the one thanking you? Or maybe you just want to walk with me because you're scared. Sure, let's go with that. Protect me, please. Oh, great Ka. You can call me Makoto. Eh? You can call me Shoma as well, Makoto. A awkward silence envelops the air. Okay, enough of that, let's go. Makoto quietly starts walking away in embarrassment, leaving me to catch up with her. Ah, wait! VTuber Connect. Is that the end? Who knows? I don't think it's the end, yeah. Follow behind Makoto as she quietly walks through the dimly lit street. The air is so tranquil, with our footsteps being the only sounds that can be heard in the stillness of night. Well, I'm pretty sure these lampposts are gotta be making stillness of night. I'm unsure as to what to say to her. Would it be insensitive to ask about her mana right now? I guess I could ask some basic questions. Makoto. Makoto continues to walk, but I can visibly see her posture shift a little. I guess she isn't used to me calling her by her given name. Yeah? So, the voice you use as Mana, that's still you making that voice, right? It's just a bit hard to believe because it's so different. Makoto is visibly surprised for a moment before smiling. She clears her throat and adjusts her posture. Hehehe, what are you talking about? Don't I sound the same as always? The voice that leaves Makoto's mouth is distinctly Mana's, down to the exact pitch and way of speaking. The voice isn't too loud, likely as a precaution for being outside, but it's clear enough that I wouldn't ever mistake it. Huh? How do you even do that? What do you mean? I'm the same old Makoto. Okay, now I'm just weirded out. Don't be weirded out. Just think of this voice when you think of me. Ah! Makoto breaks out in laughter at my visible anguish. Okay, I'll stop. I'm glad we're able to go back to joking around like this, despite the events of the past 2 days. I can tell we're both a bit shaken, but we're trying our best to move forward. Doesn't it get tiring having to change your voice like that? I'm used to it, so not really. I see. Being able to change your voice like that is really impressive. Is it? You might be able to do it yourself if you tried. Oh no. My voice just broke there. Oh no. He's gotta become a VTuber. It's all coming together. It's VTuber Connect. It's like a plague. You become a VTuber, you become a VTuber, you become a VTuber, you become a VTuber. Yeah, I don't think you want to hear my pitched up voice. Aw. Maybe you're right. Forget I said anything. Maybe he could lower his voice. Makoto smiles and turns to continue walking. That's also saying, right? How do you perceive your voice? That's my question for you. Because, I perceive my voice as just, voice. I don't know how you would describe it. Not too low. I don't want it low. But then, it's just at a certain, pitch that, you can't really change too much. But if you tried it, you could change it. I'll see. But I want to know your perception on your voice. Like, what do you perceive your voice as? High, low, sturdy, non-sturdy? Why did I think of stainless steel? Because, sometimes stainless steel gets rust on it and it actually is rust. Shows you that it isn't actually stainless steel. Or, is that aluminum? I might be messing up. There are so many other things I want to ask and I'm wondering about. Maybe I can wait until after Makoto tells me everything tomorrow. Hey, Shoma. Now my turn to feel uncomfortable. It's going to take me a bit to get used to her calling me by my given name. I can't say I'm not happy about it though. Yeah. Thanks for today and for everything. I'm glad things turned out the way that they did. Yeah, me too. Well, I guess it could have been a little less bumpy along the way. Yeah, that's for sure. I want to thank you too. I've been running away from my problems for a while now, but I think you've given me something worth all the hardships. Well, I must be worth a lot to you then. We still have a lot more to go through. It's not too late to go back to the easier route. It's definitely an easier route, but I don't think I was ever content with how I was. Not because of VTubers themselves. I do get a certain fulfillment from them. Watching them, they've provided a happiness and hope that I can't even begin to describe. Being able to share special experiences with them is something beautiful on its own. But I was just using them to substitute for what I truly wanted. What I've formed with you and what I ended up forming with Mana are two different things. I wouldn't want to give up either. Well, I have some good news for you. Turns out they're the same person, so you get a 2-for-1 deal. Dang, really? I must have hit the jackpot then. But if I'm serious, I'm really glad to hear you say that. I don't think I would want to give up what I have with you as Makoto or Mana either. Okay, enough with the embarrassing lines. We're almost here. Almost there. We arrive at the front of Makoto's house. She turns to me. I think I'm going to collapse as soon as I am inside. I'm pretty sure I aged a few years today. Same here. Can't remember the last time I felt this tired. I kind of feel bad that I made you walk all the way here with me. No, don't feel that way. I was the one who wanted to do this. Don't worry. I have enough in me to make it back. Good night. Wait. Do you want to stay over for the night? Not for any weird reasons. Just so you don't have to walk back so late. Can you repeat that? I don't think I heard you correctly. No, I'm not saying it again. You heard what I said. No, I shouldn't. I'll just head back. No, really. It's fine. It's already so late. If you're worried about me, I'm completely fine with it. So just do what's best for you, or what you want. Well, well, of course I want to, but I probably shouldn't. Stop making it weird. It just makes it more sense to stay here instead of making you walk all the way back when it's so late. Yeah, you know, mug around every corner, you know, with a knife. And I have a futon you can sleep on in one of the other rooms. Yeah, you're right. It makes the most logical sense indeed. You are very correct. Let's go with that. Thanks. Dang it, she looks unamused. Calm down, me. We'll be sleeping in separate rooms. It's not like the thought occurred to me that it might have been in the same room. Why, you could have like a, you know, one of the forts, the little, makeshift forts and all that. You holding up with a stick, one person has the broom, another person, has the sellotape trying to stick it all together. Or maybe it's just made out of cushions, who knows. Alright, stop. Deep breaths. You can't really blame me. I'm still head over heels for her. And she just invited me to stay over the night at her place. My heart feels like it's about to explode right now. Maybe I should have just refused. There's no way that this is a good for my heart. For my heart, yeah. Sorry, I have this pain in my hand. Maybe I've been recording a bit too long, Does wear on you recording, Okay, I'll just rest my hand on my chair for a little bit. Oh, I would have beat myself over it if I hadn't taken this opportunity. Maybe that would have been worse. So, are you going to keep having your internal battle, or are you going to come in? Sorry, I'll come in now. Lead the way. Makoto leads me to what seems to be a storage room, containing only a sparse number of boxes. Wait here. I'll get the futon to roll out. Okay. Makoto leaves the room, leaving me to continue processing what's happening. Calm down, me. Nothing's going to happen. I'm just staying here in this room by myself for the night because it's late out. Wait, will I even be able to go to sleep in this situation? Yeah, I'll probably just collapse right away. I'm so tired. I don't think it'll take long for the adrenaline to run out. Makoto re-enters the room with a rolled up futon, blanket and pillow in her arms. She hands me the pillow and blanket and rolls out the futon across the floor. The bathroom's down the hall. Okay, I'm going to go and collapse onto the comfort of my bed. Good night. Oh, good night. Makoto glances at me instead of leaving. Don't tell me you were expecting anything to happen. Huh, of course not. Maybe you were the one who was expecting something. Regardless of it, I wanted something to happen. I'm pretty sure I'm too tired for anything. I need my sleep. Yeah, me too. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Not tight. The bed bugs tighten your sheet to strangle you. Your bed sheet. Makoto walks out of the room and down the hall to her own room. I immediately collapse on the futon and spread out my body. 2 nights in a row of staying up this late can't be good for my well-being. It probably doesn't help that I'm in an unfamiliar place. I release a big sigh after taking a deep breath. It really has been a eventful 2 days, hasn't it? Thinking back on it, I did say some really embarrassing things. I recall the exact lines that I had said at the beach. I immediately covered my face and started rolling around. Did I really say those things? I mean, I'm kinda glad I did, since it ended up working out. But it's so embarrassing. Wait, how would a Makoto be... How would Makoto have interpreted it? Was I basically confessing my love to her? I mean, I do have feelings, but I need some more time to understand them. When I said things today, I wasn't necessarily meaning it in a romantic way, but I did mention that I became obsessed with her. Isn't it just pretty much giving it away? It would just be weird to ask what she thinks about me, or what she considers me to be. Maybe I'm just the weird one, thinking too hard about these things. I can start to feel my thoughts trail off as my exhaustion starts setting. Whatever. This will be a problem for the next morning, Shoma. I close my eyes and slowly feel my consciousness fade away. VTuber Connect. The light of a new day shines brightly through the windows and pulls me out of my slumber. And I feel like that's where we're going to leave it off there. I did not expect this to last any longer, eh? Oh, I wanted to try and finish off this game, but it seems like there is a lot more to it than I thought. Okay. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this. Have a nice day, safe up to help. Maybe even the rushes, need to keep it very much better. Important and bye. See you next time. Have a nice day. See you. Bye bye. Wait, who drew on the curtains and the blinds?